So this video is just going to be how I make my skin renders when making graphics. So in this video I thought my recording software wasn't on, so it kind of failed a bit, but the footage is alright. And so first thing you want to do is you want to just input your skin, like I'm going to do in a couple seconds, so let's just wait for that. My computer was also being laggy because I don't usually record while doing this. And yeah, I was also sharing my screen because the person I was making the skin render for wanted to see what I was doing and how I was doing it, but I eventually take it off because it becomes too laggy. So when I first come into the FMR5 rig, then I turn off the eyes and mouth, and I take off that because it's a bit too laggy. So the first thing I do is take off the eyes and mouth. Then I just recently watched the actual tutorial for the FMR5 rig, so I was attempting some things that I don't usually do, but in this I give him armor and I later take it off off camera just to make him a little, because he didn't like the armor on it. But after this video I show you what this render became, and I'm also using a Lightroom if you didn't see me open that. And so yeah, so I just move around his arms and I was trying to get a pose with him looking into the camera holding a sword to the person he is looking at, which is the camera. So I'm just trying to make it seem pretty nice, and I was having trouble turning around the skin, but I eventually worked it out and it looked really nice. So yeah, I will have some music going in the background, but you'll still be able to hear this, and what you just saw there was a little glitch. I don't know what happened. And yeah, so you bend that arm just a little bit and tilt it up, and then you bend this one in a bit. You turn the camera towards the other side and zoom in. I don't add the cape for this one. I don't know why. I meant to, but I just didn't get around to doing it because I wanted it to be a bit of a simple render. But I eventually figure out how to turn it, and let's wait a little bit for me to figure out how to turn it. Now at the end of this video I will show you what this became, because I forgot to record that part because it was going to be a bit of a speed run, but I just chose to make it into how to make a professional skin render. So yeah, the next thing I do is I have gone down to add armor or a sword. Now just locking that, because in one of the videos then I realized that there was a way to move both at the same time. I thought I was using that, but it actually doesn't work. It was just moving the plate. So go and I take that back off. I wouldn't recommend putting in that FK mode unless you know what you're doing. I watched one video and thought I did, but I actually didn't, and I went back to the way I normally do it. So you give it a little bit of a turn and zoom in, and you've already taken off the mouth and their eyes, so there's no need for you to be messing around with that little box above the arm. So now I'm just adjusting the armor what I want it to be, and I put it on to his skin. Now just from personal opinion, I don't put on the leggings, no, the lower chest plate, because in my opinion it just doesn't really fill it in the way I like it to. So I just give him a diamond sword here and give it a little bit of tilt, or tilt the camera and then turn his head looking this way. So now let me rotate its head, and when you're selecting his head, I recommend you do it from the actual interface that I just went into, because sometimes you could grab something else and you mess it up and you'd have to reset it and you'd lose all your progress. So let's quickly just start rendering that out after I just get the perfect position for it to look amazing. Now in your render settings, make sure you have it as name00.tiff in that setting and choose where you want it to be rendered to. I chose my render folder, which has loads of renders, banners, profile pictures, people skins, and just general amazing stuff that I've worked on. So now I'm just going to click render, and yeah, so I leave it rendering just for a tiny bit on screen and then I eventually close it. So after the video just stops, then I'll show you what it turned out to be after I've done all the photoshopping. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Now this is just the render with the armor, but I didn't really like the armor, so this is the one without armor. And then after he was alright with this, then it turned into this profile picture, and then after that it turned into this really bad banner which I made in like 5 seconds. But I will be improving it, so yeah, bye.